They were like, hey, you're $2 million in debt. Well, my mom, she came from Pakistan. Somebody from the IRS, quote unquote, called her. You know the IRS never calls you. She had her identity stolen.
Help the audience understand too, like cybersecurity and what is it?
It's your everyday life. You have social media accounts. What do you think happens with the passwords? I was talking to this one person. She stored all of her passwords in her notes app. And I was like, shit, dude.
That's me, bro.
My mom, she had her identity stolen. At a very young age, I was like, I want to actually solve this. I want to help my parents as much as I possibly can.
Dude, I remember you posted that video on LinkedIn on the New Year's Eve fireworks.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
let me see that, bro. What?
Yeah. What?
Let me see. I want to see fireworks, bro.
There were no fireworks.
What? Wait, what? I didn't understand the whole situation. Can you explain?
The big TLDR there is like there's AI, TikTok, Instagram influencer accounts.
Okay.
And what is going on is they're posting like fireworks from July 4th, fireworks from other events. Because you know, the fireworks in New York City, they're typically on the east side, right? And you know, on Independence Day, it's just like going up, going up, going up. And people were just recycling that, and essentially they got a bunch of people to show up to Brooklyn Bridge, like that park area.
Oh, I saw that.
And
I saw that on TikTok.
you know, they were counting down 3, 2, 1, and they didn't see anything.
What happened?
They got kind of manipulated by social media. And you know, that's a big thing we're trying to solve and test against, because you know, at the moment, like I don't want to get into too much stuff in my company, but like a lot of the security awareness companies in the space at the moment are focusing on like defensive and, you know, how do we train this person to understand in the context of the company / enterprise, right? But it's going way beyond that now. So it's like hey, I need to get an understanding of what the person is doing on the outside, what data is, you know, shaping how they think. Because at the end of the day, you could totally whisper something to Instagram and like you'll get like let's say we're talking about ramen or some kind of food, right?
Right.
You're gonna see it on your For You page the next time you open Instagram.
Fox.
And maybe you'll see an ad for it. Maybe if you use TikTok. I know I personally don't use TikTok.
Bro, you just messed up my whole For You page now, bro. It'll be all ramen and food now, bro.
That sounds good though.
But yeah, so let's use ramen as an example, right? So going back to what you're saying. So yeah, how does that play into our life and all of that?
So I think it's a lot of, you know, everybody nowadays, even the 6th, 5th graders have phones. And I mean, we're all Gen Z, but Gen Alpha has had more like computational access than us.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I think it's impacting how they're learning. Their learning styles. You know, like I said, I learned by trial by fire. I learned by actually doing something.
Right.
You know, they can go into ChatGPT and be like, oh, how do I do this? And then copy it step by step. They're not actually going to be in the fire ever. You know, it takes away your ability to critically think about a problem. And, you know, that's kind of what we're trying to see, because, like, look, I can totally manipulate everybody in Gen Alpha by saying, okay, you guys should go to this park. You know, like, if they show up to this park, let's say it's 1,000 people. You know how bad that can be? You gather somebody into one spot and something happens.
Yeah.
Like, this is the kind of stuff we're trying to prevent against, because, like, social media makes it so easy to manipulate people. And I remember talking to a few friends, and they were like, yeah, I just get my news from social media. I'm like, dude, what? So, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I guess this is the question of the ages too, an argument in the sense that we grew up with the internet, right? And if you look at the Gen X, the boomer generations, they didn't really have that access to the amount of information, the vast information that they had. So what would be the argument compared to us, right, when we were growing up versus Gen Alpha, that, hey, the internet can be a good thing in the sense that AI can be a good thing. It just depends on how people are using it and how they're critically using it. Like, what would be the argument for that?
I think it is for Gen Z specifically. Like we had the internet growing up, but the major point here is that we actually had to still look things up. We had to that's what rabbit holes were.
Yes,
like, I look one thing up and then I get it. Like I go onto like a Reddit thread. These people are talking about it. Okay, I'm gonna go look at this, and that's how you formulated an opinion. You actually read multiple opinions prior to actually just going in and saying, okay, I'm gonna do it this way.
Gotcha.
Right? But with Gen Alpha, we're seeing that they just go into like a ChatGPT or a Claude or anything else.
Right.
And it's just that's their source of truth because it says the sources. That's enough.
Oh my god. No, I mean, like we had opinions with Reddits and remember Yahoo Answer?
Oh my god, that's where I got all my answers for school, bro.
Yeah, Yahoo Answers.
Answers.
Yeah. This is when we were in school. Like they used to have this thing called Yahoo Answers. Yahoo had everything back then. Yeah. So we used that. I guess in the same way, they don't have the same amount of perspective as we did. But can they use that to compare? Like, that would be interesting, though. Like, to see how Gen Alpha, like, as they get older, what would they do with the information? Like, I think one source versus the other source.
I think if we educate them the right way, as they're growing up, like, we can definitely make a better impact.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, I feel like a lot of teachers are already giving up because all the Gen Alpha stuff happening. You probably hear stories of 6, 7. And
I have a friend that's she's an 8th grade teacher in Brooklyn, I think, and she just she mentions how a lot of the kids just use AI slop. Like they submit essays from AI, and they're just just doing random things, and sometimes it's like, I'm not grading this because I know you didn't do this. And, dude, 6th grade, I got busted for plagiarizing. And it was literally, I forgot to quote the sentence.
Yeah, that's all good, yeah.
But, getting in trouble for plagiarizing a sentence versus an entire essay, that's like heaven and hell, man.
Bro, that's
back then we had to handwrite our shit in class, bro.
Dude, all of our computer science classes, early on, were literally just paper. So
that's crazy.
We used to get nicked off on if you had a curly brace or something wrong, you'd totally get points off for that because you had bad indentation.
What?
No, that's wild.
That's crazy. Did you have a computer test yet when you were in school? Because we had Scantrons.
Oh, dude, Scantrons were goated.
Yeah, Scantrons, and that's about it. I mean, yeah, we didn't really have those computer stuff growing up, and I guess in a way it shaped the way that we think about our perception of reality, and why we value in-person stuff a lot more. I mean, we definitely saw the benefit of it with COVID, right? Like you can work from halfway across the world. Like, bro, it's so easy. You know what I mean? It's so easy. You want to hop in a meeting, boom. You're in Beijing. No worries. You're good. Boom, Zoom.
Man, I remember the days when the professors didn't even know how to use Zoom yet, and all the kids just be messing with them.
How old were you during COVID? Do you remember were you in high school?
I was 18. I was the graduating class of high school COVID year.
Oh.
Wait, you graduated high school
during
on
COVID.
Zoom?
Dude, I forgot to go to my graduation, man. It was at 6 p.m. on a Thursday, and I was I think I was at the beach. It was
oh yeah, because for high school it's June, right? Graduation would be June-ish.
It's June 20 something. I was man, one of my friends texted me. He's like, dude, where are you? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
He about to pull up on Zoom.
He was dude, you didn't join the Zoom call. And I was like, dude, just give me my diploma.
That's all I need, bro.
Because at that point, we did not, I remember March 13th was the day COVID shut everything down.
And you remembered it to the day, bro.
I remember literally March 12th, our history teacher, Mr. Heavey, he was literally I don't know when I'm going to be seeing any of you again, But, you know, I hope everything goes well and this is just a short break.
Aw.
And, you know, March 13th, everything shut down. I was like, shit.
The world shut down. That's crazy.
And we finished everything on Google Classroom. Like,
nice.
Literally, our AP classes, all of our tests, all this stuff, like, it just became a form. Jeez. And I was like, oh, wow, I can go actually do other things, because, like, this stuff's so easy now.
Wait. So, it was your senior year of high school.
Yeah.
So, did you know what college you were going to when COVID happened?
Dude, I applied to, like, 23 colleges. I only got into, like, 2.
Yo.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
What was your dream school? RIT or?
I think that's like kind of complicated because it's like I got in for my MBA, and then like it was like I didn't know what I really like. I was good at cyber, and I was like, maybe I'm gonna get some skills in computer science, because at the end of the day, like, computer scientists are the ones, like, the people writing the code are the ones making the bugs. Cybersecurity people are the ones fixing the bugs. So the computer scientists / software engineers keep us in our jobs, basically.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe I want to understand the other side. So I was like trying to do computer science at all these other like places. And then I was like, you know what? I think I meant to like just focus on one thing, and that's like cybersecurity.
Gotcha.
And there were so few programs in the country at the time that were just focused on cyber. And like, you know, some of them are like computer science with a focus in cyber. I was like, no, I don't want to do these.
Right.
So, you know, getting into RIT and having that opportunity to just do cybersecurity from day one was just amazing.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Well, help the audience understand too, like, cybersecurity and what is it. If you want to talk to someone that's in, I don't know, like in finance or that is not doing tech, right? Maybe like a gym bro, like someone that doesn't have any understanding of that. Help them understand what cybersecurity really is.
It's your everyday life.
Okay.
You know, you have social media accounts, you have accounts you're logging into. What do you think happens with the passwords, your Google, your like all the stuff that you're kind of storing? And I remember, I think I was talking to this one person before, and she mentioned that she stored all of her passwords in her Notes app. And I was like, shit, dude. So
that's me, bro.
That's talking about me, bro. I got called out. Oh, I gotta stop doing that.
So I like introduced her to like a password manager. I explained why passwords should be longer, and then I explained two-factor authentication, because like, you know, these bad guys, they can totally go to like a T-Mobile. This is a very big problem. So like they can totally swap your SIM. So like let's say let's say you're like 718 blah 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 blah.
Right.
They could totally go in and then swap into your like thing and say, hey, I want to reset my password.
Jesus Christ.
And you know, that's basically access to everything, because everything you have is linked to your phone number, isn't it?
All my authentication is linked to my phone number. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just about taking those extra steps at the end of the day.
God. So what are some strategies that a normal day-to-day person can use to protect your identity, protect your phones without, you know, making it as efficient as it can? Like, what are some ways that they can use?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of data brokers are basically people that, you know, sell your data around, and they get the data from, like, let's say, I'm just going to use like random examples. I don't think I don't know if they actually sell your data. It's like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, all these people, you have accounts with them, right? Basically, to get targeted ads, they sell your data to data brokers. These data brokers sell to other people, and then like that's how you get these random marketing emails from people you have never gotten things from before.
And they through the mail too.
You get shit in the mail?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I don't even check my mail.
He's like, it's been a minute.
I ordered a bunch of stuff. Like, I got like a bunch of pins to like just have on the wall, because like pins are pretty stupid. So it's like, I'm gonna look at this as I'm leaving or as I'm working, and it's just like I think they're still sitting in the box, dude. I'm not sure.
Now he just likes the anticipation of opening new packages and not knowing what it is. Yeah.
Dude, honestly.
Maybe one day when you go down, you're like, oh shoot, I have to get this.
Dude, I go down every day. That's how I get out of the apartment.
Oh my god.
I just never check.
Oh my god.
You think it's like some crazy package, but it's like a dish soap. You're like, bro, eat that ass.
So what's this? What did I order again? Oh right, I needed this. Like,
it's like baby wipes. You're like, bro, eat that ass.
But yeah, so how can someone protect your identity online?
I mean, you can totally, like, there's a bunch of resources out there to scrape your data off of data brokers. And, you know, they legally have to, like, follow you requesting to remove your data from their platform and their stores. So, you know, there's several free resources out there that you can use to just do that. And then I think it's about having good password hygiene, making sure you actually use like a password manager. By no means is this like an ad, but like LastPass, 1Password, and like there's so many other password managers that you can use. One thing I would recommend is don't use the one that's in Chrome.
Oh, really? Why's that?
So from an attacker's perspective, I can totally dump everything in your Chrome and I can get your passwords.
Oh shoot! And how long does that take usually? Because that sounds like it's.
If I get access to your machine, like 2 seconds.
2 seconds?
Yo, you scary.
Yo, it's gonna be clipped. That's crazy. Imagine the amount of people that it can access to too. That's like holy cow.
I mean, you have to do a bunch of precursor steps. It's like I have to get a payload onto your system. So it's like I have to get some kind of malware on your device, right? And then if you have Windows Defender isn't really that hard to get past. So it's like I can bypass Windows Defender. And then it's like, okay, are you running Chrome? Are you running this? Are you running that? So like it's just a very basic level of like reconnaissance. So like just poking around, figuring out like what's there. And then I can run like Sharp Chrome, which is like one of the tools. And then, you know, it's pretty easy.
Wow, that's...
Dude, what's scary? It's not even just the passwords, but they listening to us, bro, with everything that we say. Like back in college, we were talking about like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. I literally saw an ad like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I mean the privacy issue in social media. I mean they're literally collecting data on us, you know, because
as we speak.
Yeah, I mean data it's power. Data is weapon, you know. So if you have more data, it just makes you know more about your market, your consumer, even your competitors too. So yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Well, I'm curious to know. It sounds like you're like super passionate about like cyber and everything. How did you initially get into it or find the passion for it?
Yeah, I mean, I was impacted. I think before I was even born. So you know, my mom, she came from Pakistan to get a degree from, like, she's trying to go to med school and she's trying to become a doctor. Whoa. She was trying to work in emergency medicine, and you know, she had some money saved up, like my grandpa left for her before he died. And you know, she ran out of the money like after a year because it's expensive,
right? And
you know, somebody from the IRS, quote unquote, called her, and you know the IRS never calls you, and was like, hey, you know, your loan has been approved. Can you give us your social security number? And you know, identity fraud, identity theft, like that wasn't really big in the 90s. Like the FBI wasn't actively out there saying, hey, we're going to solve this problem. So, you know, she had her identity stolen, and when she actually went to the school to take that loan out, they were like, hey, you're $2 million in debt.
Jesus.
Like her credit score was way below like a 5 whatever. And you know, as an immigrant coming to this country, you really don't know what any of this is. So she didn't know what identity theft was. She didn't know what anything like really was at the moment. And you know, it just impacted me and like my life growing up. So I was like always super, super passionate about figuring out how to solve the problem. And you know, I did so many crazy things. Like I got into offensive security, so like the hacker side, breaking into like random websites, doing random things, and you know, just anything like a young hacker would do, right?
Jeez.
And the biggest thing for me was like I want to actually solve this problem. Like, I got into this in like 8th grade, and I worked with my dad at his pizzeria, and he used to give me some money every day, so it's like $20, $30, and I would totally just save it up, and I bought a MacBook.
Wow.
And from the MacBook, I basically just started programming and like learning how to program, because I was like, okay, I want to buy Pokemon cards because I can resell them, and it worked, right? Like I made like $600 from this shiny Charizard, and like I was hooked. Right?
And as an 8th grader too.
Dude, I did so much stupid shit.
If I would see that as like a hustler mentality. You were hustling since the beginning, you know? Yeah. Like all the little things that you did leading up to where you are now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, it's a great mentality to have as a founder. You don't give up. Like Ryan Serhant, the really big guy that does like all the real estate around New York. His thing that I remember the most is like, my like number one skill is following up with you until I die.
Wow, that's powerful.
And I was like, shit, okay, I want to do that. Because it's like, if I can't get in the room with you, I'm going to follow up with you, and I'm going to figure out how to get in the room with you.
Wow.
And sometimes it requires you doing some crazy stuff, but it does work.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. Wow. Who's this guy called again? What's his name?
Ryan Serhant.
Yeah, maybe we can...
Is he the guy on Netflix?
Yeah, he has a show.
Yeah. The real estate stuff?
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
You might have to put me on. May have to watch that.
Do it.
But, man, so yeah, that was how you were brought up. And did your parents have any influence or any, I guess, impact on your life and on your career too, as you got older?
Yeah, I mean, my mom was mostly stay at home. She tried doing a couple of medical jobs just to like make more money, because like, my dad had a pizzeria, and he would be like, he'd drop me off to school, go to work, and I wouldn't, like, I'd get home, I'd be like going to bed 10, 11 o'clock at night, and that's when he would get home.
Whoa.
So it was like, any moment I could spend with my dad, I would. And it was like, it just made me feel like, I want to help my parents as much as I possibly can. Because it's like, at a very young age, I was like, I know they're struggling. And so many other immigrant, like, parents and children are always struggling. So it's like, how do I make an impact on these two so I can figure out how to make an impact on all those who come in after?
Gotcha. What was your biggest, like, what was your most memorable thing that you did with your dad? Did you have any memories with him growing up? So you said that he was working for like long ass hours. So
I don't know if this is trauma or a good memory, but
just say it.
I remember getting my learner's permit.
Yeah.
And he was like helping, like, he's giving me the courage to go for this driving test, right?
Yeah.
We had a Pathfinder. Like, this is a 2000, like, pre-2005 car.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No tech, no nothing. The wheels, like, still, like, if you crashed into that car, I don't think you'd make a dent. But he drives me to the World Trade Center.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, we're going to go to the museum. We're going to go do this. We didn't do shit.
Why he drove you there?
Because I drove us home.
Oh, I see.
My first time driving in the city
was at World Trade Center.
Was with my dad just yelling at me the entire time.
My God.
So if you see me driving now, you can thank my dad for it.
Okay.
He's like, I gotta teach him young, bro.
How old were you again?
I was like 17.
17?
I mean, it's a little older than most when you start driving, but, learning how to drive in the city at 17, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, easy. Yeah, everyone's so nice to you when you're driving.
I'm pretty nice to them, man. I'm like, you can go.
Your dad's like, yo, what you doing, man?
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So I guess what you mean by getting into the fire and doing it doing it yourself, I can see where that comes from now. So maybe thanks to your dad, you kind of understand the benefit or the passion of it. You know, doing it as you go. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
He was like, look, always make sure you do something and like you're informed when you're making your decision on how to do it. So it's like, I'll do some research, but I'm not going to learn until I do something wrong.
Yeah.
Right, like running a company, being this very, like we're a seed stage company, right? We're super early, and I think I've made every mistake in the book already.
Oh, wow.
Which is great, because I won't make it later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like I like to look at this like a game, right? Like you ever play Super Mario or like Call of, I don't know, like whatever game, right? Like you don't just make your way through level 100 just by playing the game one time, you know? Like you play it, I don't know, like 3 months, like 4 months, 5 months, you know, and then you learn every mistake. Like, oh fudge, I shouldn't have shoot this zombie. I should have hopped over this brick before I get to the next brick. Like you learn as you go. I think for a lot of people like to play games. But if you shift that mindset to life, and if you apply that to real life, like the real life is literally like the game, you know. Just don't do stupid shit, you know. Like
don't do GTA kind of shit.
Yeah, just don't do stupid shit. But if you make the right mistakes, you will find out. Yeah. I mean, remember how you said, "Fuck around and find out."
Yeah, dude. Like, that's all I do.
Yeah.
He was that kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, what were some of your hobbies growing up? Like, what did you do outside of school? Like, did you play sports?
Like in
games?
high school, college, like where exactly? Because it was very different in both.
Let's start with like high school, then high school, and then college, and then adulthood.
Okay. High school, it was literally like my dad's pizzeria was 2 hours away. I would get on the bus.
That's a long time.
And I would go help him at the pizzeria all 4 years.
All 4 years?
That's all I did.
So you can make a good ass pizza.
Yeah, dude. I think so.
You did everything, or did you have to do like just one thing?
You know, we clean, cook. I made some garlic knots. I made some mozzarella sticks. I mean, mozzarella sticks are pretty easy to make. But like,
you gotta put me on, bro.
You know, making different kinds of pizzas, like having like the baked ziti on top. That's like my favorite slice. And then I remember I had like this phase where I really loved the veggie slice. It's like broccoli and like a bunch of other random things on top. And yeah, like it was just fun. Because like, you know, you get exposed to like a lot of how a business is run.
Yeah.
And then you understand, okay, this is what the customer likes, this is what the customer doesn't like. And then like you get a really good understanding of like how you apply that in your own field later on. And you know,
That's so dope.
My dad was like, look, if you ever do any of this, just don't do it in the food business. Because the food business is the most stressful thing in the world.
It's true, man. It's true. I mean, you talked about your dad's hours. Yeah.
And the grind don't stop.
Yeah.
That does not stop.
Yeah. The day that you stop working is the day that the money stops coming in. Yeah.
So you spent a lot of your high school years in the pizzeria?
Yeah. And you know, as I was going to college, he kind of sold it and started doing other things.
Oh.
And you know, COVID freshman year, like high school senior year to going into freshman year of college, my freshman year was just online. I never got the experience of, you know, like college.
Right. Did you have to be in Rochester?
No, I was in my house here in New York.
Oh,
gotcha.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So, you know, I had a bunch of friends from high school, and they actually didn't go to my high school, which is funny. Like all of my friends who were just like not like all of the friends from high school, like that period of time that I'm really good friends with now, are like just not from my high school.
That's
interesting.